Hey, welcome back to the SGDA game showcase, and we're here with a few of the developers behind the game Desolation Place. Would you like to introduce yourselves?
Yeah, totally. I'll go ahead and kick us off. Hi, everybody. Super excited to be here. I'm Amber Renton. I'm the president and studio director of Wolverinesoft, which is the group that worked on this game. And we're super excited for you guys to see, the content.
So, the other presenters just lost audio, so when they're back, we will. Oh, I think we can hear you now.
Yeah, I think I can hear you guys now.
Perfect. So go ahead and introduce yourself too. No worries.
So howdy, I'm Alex. I was the design lead and the art lead on Desolation Place.
So, and with that, we'll begin playing the game. So, you were part of an expedition north when your ship became trapped in the ice. After becoming lost in a blizzard, you found shelter inside an abandoned castle. The door is locked behind you, though, and trapped you inside with a creature that seems to react to your sounds. Now you must scour the castle's depths to try and find the key before it's too late. So what went into the development of the game? What was your inspirations? How long did it take? And just maybe going in depth a bit more about the development process itself.
Yeah, so I was going to say we had a team of about 25 to 30 people, and we worked over the course of the summer, so about 3 months or so. As for influences, the obvious ones for horror games, you got Alien Isolation, and I think with this one we wanted to get away from those some of the more modern games like Outlast, where you're running away from stuff all the time. And we wanted to get to one of those more slower paced, very atmospheric things like Silent Hill, stuff like that.
Silent Hill was one of the vibes I was getting from this game when I was playing it myself.
Glad to hear it.
Especially the fog and the atmosphere is definitely what is a huge part of this, just because it feels very it was in an abandoned castle, but it really nails the feeling of it being abandoned by all means, except for the things that are chasing you, of course, which I have not run into any, thankfully. Stock on wood to make sure that stays true. But
yeah, I was gonna say the really good stuff, getting it to feel so creepy and empty like that, making everything sound very echoey and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, I can hear the rustles as I move around. I'm just crouching because I tried to play this originally while running around, and it did not work. It did not work. I heard it. Okay, that's crouching. Back to crouching it is. See.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of people be able to sprint through it all, but it takes a very specific strategy to make that work.
Yeah, I just saw somebody. I decided, no, not going that direction. This way. This way's good. There's a giant hole over here that I haven't explored yet. Let's go. So, how long was this game in development for?
So it was about 3 months. So over the course of this last summer. So last summer.
Yeah, 2020.
Yeah, because we're upcoming on summer.
Yeah. Hey, even we're not that fast.
And what were maybe you both could go a little bit more in depth into your roles in the game's production?
Yeah, sure. So, yeah, on Desolation Place, I was the producer, so basically facilitating development. I also did a bit of hands-on work, but it was mostly management and sort of organization of timelines and things like that.
Yeah, and I was the design lead and the art lead on the game. So
I think all the
Doing
panels of
stuff
like production, design, and art were yesterday. So
yeah. I mean, my job is picking up all the fun jobs, like doing the total art mapping you can see in here, like making everything look like pencil sketches and stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
And then making the general idea of the system of the sound-based enemies, right? Because that's a pretty novel one to video games. I think we've seen a couple of them in recent times of like Made of Scare. They just came out like while we were developing this.
I think sound-based is definitely one of those things where it works really well for video games because it puts the like onus on the player. Like with a movie, it's kind of like they probably can't make a lot of noise, but with the game, it's like you are in charge. You have to be the one that doesn't make a lot of noise and crouch around the statue. Oh, did it? Hold on, did it turn and look at me? Okay, yep, it does that. That's cool. That's okay. This is fine.
You're one of the few people that actually notices that without me bringing it up.
Because I saw it like looking at me when I walked in, and then I was like, "Oh, cool!" I thought it was facing the window, and then I looked back at it, and I was like, "That is not looking. That is looking directly at me." Okay. Yes, go for that. Good, yeah. Go for me.
I love those. I'm a big fan of all those like old classic horror movies, like The Shining and The Thing and stuff like that. So it's like it's the Stanley Kubrick approach to horror, where it's it's not the stuff that jumps out at you and chases you around and stuff that makes something scary. It's the
slow creeping dread.
Yeah, exactly. It's those quiet things that scratch at the back of your head, going like, "Wait, did that turn and look at me?"
Yeah, exactly.
I seem to remember that facing the other direction.
I distinctly remember it turning and looking at me when I started as well. I thought that's you're not supposed to do that. This is not good. Kind of feeling like something is amiss.
Yeah, exactly. It only looks at you when you're not looking at it. So it turns to face you when you're looking away.
Like a weeping, or like the angels from Doctor Who, if I remember.
Yeah, exactly. The weeping angels. Yeah.
All right, let's see. New item. Is that a tarot card? Oh, it's just a simple deck of cards. I was overcomplicating it. I really like the way that the story is told through these like item interactions. I think that's it's really cool. I think that it's a good way to kind of give the character like a pass, but also don't. It was a really interesting way to unfold the character's story.
Thank you. Yeah, we wanted to. I think we were a little bit hesitant at first to put in like a bunch of narrative stuff because a lot of the times in games you can just, especially with those pickup stuff, you end up just picking them up, and if they force you to look at it, you just go, ugh.
Yeah, it can. But I think the fact that it's kind of like out of the way, you choose to pick it up was definitely like a big way to get around that.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, I'm gonna yeet this through the door. That did not work, and neither did that. Nope. Bye bye. And there I go.
Oh no.
I'm good at horror games. Very good at them.
And sorry
we are
just to let everyone on stream know, the artifacting on the stream is not representative of the game. The game is rather smooth, actually.
The game is very well done.
Yeah, I think unfortunately Discord doesn't translate well in terms of some certain games playing over stream. So unfortunately,
we highly recommend that if you like horror games, you can download it yourself. We will have the link. We will have the link in the chat as well as online on the website, so you can share it with your friends. And yeah, because it is very well optimized. I'm getting a very stable 60 FPS. The game looks really nice. And yeah, highly recommend it. And I guess we are unfortunately approaching the end of this block, but the end of this part of the block. So a couple questions before we head off. What are your plans for the future of this game's development? And and is there anybody you'd like to shout out in the audience? Anybody you want to say hi to? Anything like that?
Well, I think for this game, this is probably how it's gonna stay. Just because the way our student studio thing works is we kind of take on a new project every semester.
Okay.
That might change in the future. I don't know what what Amber's plans are for it. But,
no. That about sums it up. We take on a new project every semester. We're considering like having, semesters where like one team goes back and works on polishing an old game. This one's definitely a solid contender for that, but our plans aren't like necessarily solidified quite yet. As far as shoutouts go, I know that there are a few people in the Wolverine Soft Discord server who are actually watching this right now. Nikhil especially, who was, in charge of developing the enemy. So shout out to you, Nikhil.
Yep, I am terrified beyond words right now. There we go. I was very much trying to avoid the fact that I was being chased at that moment. So good, very good job with the enemies.
Yeah, he did a great job tackling this really kind of weird AI system that there's not a lot of write up on how to do something like this.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I believe he was only a sophomore when he did this, I think. So seriously, good work.
I was surprised when I found out how old he was. It was like, I was like, what?
Super impressive.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give this one more try. Let's see if I can. This is not good. This is the worst. This is the worst run. I just saw two people. All right, let's see. Oh, there I go.
It's a hard game. We watched recently. We watched someone stream it for like 2 hours trying to play it.
It was really hard, but like it was also very rewarding because whenever I got something new, I was like, yes.
Well, thank you.
Definitely. And with that, I guess we will end this part of the session. And thank you both so much for coming on and talk with us. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. We will be updating the links. We will be updating chat with the links to this game as well as the other games. And yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you. Yeah.
No, thank you.
It was fun.
No worries. Coming up next, also from Wolverine Soft, is Bloom, Tome of Power. So stay tuned.